building no-code AI chatbots that can handle all sorts of data such as PDFs, Excel sheets, PPTs, to even your large-scale websites has never been easier. And the best part is that you can query over all of it using just your natural language. Hey folks, my name is Satyajeet Kadu. I'm a software developer and the developer growth lead at Supervity AI. And in this video, I'll be showing you exactly how you can build these chatbots without writing a single line of code and how you can customize them to solve your specific business needs. Let's get started. Let me give you a quick glimpse of what we'll be building. This is a customer support chatbot for Oxford University, and the only knowledge source over here is its public website. So here is the website that I gave for the knowledge base, and this chatbot can basically answer any question a prospective student might have, whether it's about admissions, then it may be about different courses or the campus life or the faculties or the scholarships. So here are some questions I just asked it. So I asked what is the admission procedure and the fee for getting into Oxford University, and according to the different programs, the undergraduate program, the graduate program, it has given me the different entry requirements, the admission tests, the English language requirements, and the fees as well. And I even asked it the different courses in the field of science and engineering, tell me about all the graduate and postgraduate and the doctorate courses. So it has given me a proper detailed report on the graduate courses, the postgraduate and doctorate courses, and some additional information, and alongside with some citations as well. So the first thing I want you to do is go to app.supervity.ai and just log in with your Google ID. And then once you're logged in, you can simply click on create an AI agent and then come over here, which is the knowledge AI agent. So before I exactly dive into how you can build it, let me just tell you in simple words what knowledge AI agent actually is. So a knowledge AI agent is a smart assistant that can ingest all your different types of sources of data, and you can query your agent and it is able to provide you a proper cited response. And the technology and the main engine behind this is something called as RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation. It is basically the entire brains behind our knowledge AI agent. It can retrieve your sources from your knowledge base, and it retrieves the most relevant content from your knowledge base based on your question. So if your question is about courses, it will retrieve the correct information it needs to retrieve from the knowledge base regarding courses, and then it will augment that information and give you a proper generated response. So this is the most important part behind every knowledge agent, that is the RAG. And over here, what separates Supervity's knowledge AI agent apart from the different ones out there is that it can handle PDFs, websites, videos, images, databases, and it can properly ingest all of these different sources of data. Coming ahead, I'll be also explaining the different guardrails settings that we have in Supervity. So yeah, coming back, you just click on knowledge AI agent and then you'll be led towards the create collection page. For this demonstration, we'll be going ahead with the unstructured data, where you can upload PDFs, PPTs, Word files, spreadsheets, and your websites as well. So let me just give it a name, Oxford demo, and then give it a description, customer support chatbot. And over here, you can choose between the different types of models we have. We have Llama models, Gemini models, GPT models, and you can also choose the base language. The base language is basically what the knowledge base's original language is in. So since the website is in English, I'll be choosing English. If it was in Spanish or Japanese, I'll be going ahead with that. So let me just click create over here. Once collection is created, I'll show you how you can build this chatbot. Awesome. So right now the collection has been created, and right now this is the screen you'll be seeing after you create your collection, where you can upload your documents, and we have options to connect with the Google Drive or the SharePoint, and you can also upload files from your local machine, and you can also upload images as well. So if you upload an image and it has some text inside it, you can click on this button, which will enable the OCR, and it will recognize all of the characters inside that image. Then over here is the add URL feature, which is a very underrated feature that we have, where you can just simply put a website's URL and you can choose whether you want to scrape that specific URL only or if you want to scrape the entire website. Now, since we wanted to scrape the entire website of Oxford University, I'll just enter the URL here and I'll just give it a resource name, Oxford University, and then I'll just submit. So it will go in the progress and then soon you'll see success. And right now it has given me a request is being processed and it may take a few moments. Afterwards, you can also add some manual text over here where you can just simply add any sorts of textual data you want in your knowledge base. So now let's come to the main part behind every single knowledge AI agent, and that is the guardrails. So in the guardrails, we have 4 sections: the system prompt, the pre-processing instructions, the additional instructions, and the co-browsing agent. So in the system prompt is the entire brain behind the knowledge AI agent, how it actually responds to the question or the query the user has asked. And I would suggest that since this is the default system prompt, don't change this, because it will then affect what answer you're getting from your chatbot. But this is a pretty self-explanatory system prompt, and it is just instructing the chatbot that you have to answer the query in a way that you also provide some citations, and you also do these primary source verification. You check the consistency, you check for the conflicts inside the knowledge base. Now let's come to the pre-processing instructions. The pre-processing instructions are like a filter for the user's question. Before the AI sees the query, these instructions clean it up, they rephrase it if it's needed, and make sure that it's in the right format. Now let's come to the additional instructions. They are like the behind the scene rules that guide how the AI should respond after it finds the right information. They help fine tune the tone, the format, and the structure of the response, and whether the answer should be short, detailed, formal, casual. You can add all these instructions over here. And once our website is scraped, we'll add these additional instructions, and you can see how they directly affect the way the chatbot responds. And the fourth part is the co-browsing agent, which we'll be covering in a future video, where you can basically add from any existing co-browsing agent. And if your co-browsing agent has any different abilities to go on the net and scrape some data, we can add it over here and it will be able to do that. So yeah, while our current collection is scraping the website, let's go back to our previous collection. Since this has already scraped the website, I'll show you the demo over here and how you can change your guardrails to make sure that the agent gives you a different type of response. So earlier when I asked it, let me ask it for a recommendation for a course, recommend me a course to study at Oxford. This will give me a pretty generic recommendation. It won't, maybe if I'm asking for recommendations, I would want the agent to first ask me some questions about what I like or what I want to study. But as you can see right now, it will just give me pretty generic answer. So I'll just go to the guardrails, and inside the additional instructions, I'll click this button, and now I can edit and I can add some additional instructions. So over here I had saved these additional instructions, which basically tell if the user asks for a course or a program recommendation, the system will initiate a quiz. And in that quiz, it will ask, the first question will be this: what are your academic or professional interests? And it will also, along with that, ask this question: what level of study are you looking for? And then based on the answers of these 2 questions, it will generate recommendations, and then it will also provide the answer in this format. Like, it will give you the program name, the link if it's available, and a short explanation. So I'll just copy this, paste it, and submit. And you can see the instructions have been updated. So now if I go and ask the AI agent, suggest me a course to study, it should now start the Oxford course recommendation quiz. Perfect. It has asked me those 2 questions. I'll just answer it. Let's say science, and then the second one would be postgraduate. Now based on these 2 answers, it will give me recommendations along with the citations as well. Perfect. It has given me some MSc courses, then some for research and for experimental psychology as well. So as you can see, after we added the additional instructions, it has changed the way it responds. Earlier it would just give me a normal recommendation, but now it has given me a much more detailed and a much more personalized answer. and I can go and keep adding different instructions, and I can customize it to solve a specific business need. And yeah, just like that, I have a fully functional no code AI chatbot that I've created within a few minutes. And if I want to go ahead and let's say I want to integrate this to an existing website I have, we can do that as well. So I'll just come over here in the drop down, I'll go to AI knowledge, I'll click on these three dots, I'll go to integration, and then it gives me a simple script src which I can add to my code base. And then afterwards you can directly see a pop-up in the bottom right which will have the chat interface. So yeah, that's how you can go and build your own no code AI chatbot. Do let me know if you have any questions regarding this. I'll be